Surprise! We're on.
Surprise!
Hello, internet. Welcome back to Crits and Giggles.
No.
All hail the queen.
No.
Our Tyranny of Dragons campaign. I'm that Magic Juice, your host, GM, and cat wrangler for the day. We're going to go around the table, introduce ourselves, our characters, recap what happened last time, and get right back into it. And everybody's here, so we're going to start with Heck.
Okay. Hey, everybody. It's me, Sir Hackalot. You know, I'm here. I'm on your screen. And as per usual, I am back with Aster, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid. On over to Chris.
I'm Chris. I'm a frog. Hyacinth.
I didn't expect it to be that quick. Oh my god.
Boom.
Oops.
I'm Hyacinth. I am playing Icarus, our elven paladin. On over to my twin corn dog.
Hey everyone, I'm Gordog. I'm playing Juno, our elven cleric. Over to you, Chrissy.
Chrissy, Ulta, Kobold, Magic, Human.
We love a word map.
That's questionable. Okay, so we are at a big precipice in this campaign. We have gone into a portal, taking us to the lair of a dragon that we've been seeking out for a little bit of time now, with two primary interests in mind. One, for Spunk to request a willing and at the right time dragon to bequeath him with its soul. I think that was correct word usage. If it wasn't, I'm going to pretend it was. And then the second primary purpose is to figure out what's going on with Ulta, because it seems that there's a tie here between this dragon and something going on with Ulta's backstory and past. We've gone down a very long hallway that has several picturesque depictions of various points of all of our player characters' lives, at key points in their lives, all the way from infancy through now, and especially the last several months, including things that have happened in this adventure. And we get to eventually one big room that we can see on the screen now, that included a much larger version of this little guy and our old friend Resmir, the black half dragon that we've encountered several times throughout this campaign. It's notable that she did not have her dragon mask. She was fighting against you with this dragon until you absolutely obliterated her and did a hefty amount of damage to the dragon as well. And as soon as she was dead, he shrunk down to this size and said, well, that was unpleasant. Sorry about that. And that's where we ended. Is there anything you guys would like to add to the recap or that I missed?
Did we mention anything about, like, the stealing of our dragon stones?
That was part of the encounter. Yes, this dragon seemed to have the ability, as it was its lair action, to potentially steal a dragon soul from you and then immediately use it against you. It happened a couple times, but at the end of the encounter, he did spit them all back out, and you now have them again. I think actually as well the probably most notable memory on the wall at the end of the hallway was that of Ulta as a little baby kobold being found at a stable by her now adopted father, with depictions of two dancing dragons around the whole thing etched in the wall, and the message, "I hope you find your way, my friend."
Yep.
Anything else?
We're just gonna keep making faces at the camera. That was all one I had.
Okay. So to reset the scene for you guys, so you can get right back into it. Oh, Resmir's dead. Let's do the dead X.
Get him out of here.
That. So this oh, let's show his image again too. Doo-doo-doo. Creatures and monsters. Uh-oh. Did I forget where it is? I think I forgot where it is. Can you guys look in your journals and oh, there it is. Because it was question marks. That's why. I have to edit. Sorry, 1 second. Edit. Save changes. Show. This guy. Oh, that's also incorrect. It's not just an ancient deep dragon. It is a deep dragon great worm.
Ooh.
It's got no teeth.
Where is it? Where are his teeth?
That's why he's called a worm.
Did he leave them at home?
Sorry if I did multiple pop-ups, guys.
Wow,
I also noticed I got closer to the camera to speak when that doesn't increase my volume at all.
It's for the effect. It's for emphasis.
For the
Yeah.
emphasis.
Okay, so we're in this cavern. This dragon is just kind of sitting there after saying, "Sorry, that was unpleasant." He's just sitting looking at you, and behind him is this shrine that you saw before. There's this big green box with the hilt of a sword sticking out of the top. Ulta, you get the feeling kind of innately that sword is important. You're not really sure why at the moment. And there's nothing and nobody else around that you can see. So what do you want to do?
He looks like he's about to tell me his favorite anime after walking in the door at a GameStop, and I work there and can't leave the conversation.
That's so specific.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ulta will
almost
walk
smell
up
it.
closer and ask him what his favorite anime is, as if he was at a GameStop.
Jesus Christ. Do you actually?
No.
Okay.
I was like, oh no, it's one
The
of
things
those
that you guys do to me sometimes.
I don't hear an answer.
But do we offer him a milkshake?
Oh God.
We
We'll
don't
get there.
actually have to. We
We'll
don't
get
actually have
there.
to do it, but I do want to know what your response would be if we were to do it.
Yeah, what is this dude's favorite anime?
Do the voice.
Full Metal Alchemist, the Brotherhood version.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's a good pick. It's a good
Solid,
pick.
solid choice.
I'd be honored to have his soul.
Mm-hmm. Ulta's gonna walk closer. Hey, so we're here to talk to somebody about a dragon soul for our friend, and she's going to point in the general direction that she last remembered seeing Spunk, because I think they went invisible.
Did I go invisible again?
I don't think you did it after the fight. You did.
Oh,
I was
before
gonna
you
say,
started.
yeah. So
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just here against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any dragons nearby?
He's just gonna kind of like look up, look around, looking genuinely like he's looking for a dragon. I think it's just me.
Right, but we need the dragon.
Huh?
And you are
I am a dragon.
you. Okay, I'm not going to split hairs with you. You are not a dragon.
A
Your wings are attached to
indeed.
your elbows. You are a
Indeed.
wyvern.
A dragon.
You are at best a chimera, or perhaps maybe even a worm or a drake,
A great worm.
but you are no
yes.
dragon.
I mean, you can believe whatever you like, but I'm well known across the multiverse as indeed a dragon.
I'm sure there's a universe out there in which someone would call you a dragon by mistake, but they would be wrong. In this universe, you're quadrupedal. I'll give you that. You have scales, I think.
Hmm?
What exactly are those vaginal flaps growing on the side of your neck?
Well, hey, now we don't have to be quite so insulting about it.
They look
I'm
haunting.
well aware of how I look. How do I can't call you sir or ma'am. What is? It's rare that I am stumbling on intelligent things to say. But
Oh, my name is Spunk. He's okay. You could just call my name. He's Spunk.
Spunk, right? Okay, okay. And exactly how long have you been alive?
I've been alive for 9 3/4 of a year.
Okay, and you're going to lecture me on what a dragon is or is not when I have lived 1,000 of your lifetimes?
Oh yes, absolutely. I've read extensively books on the subject of dragons, and you are not one of them. There were many pictures in some of those books. Not that they were picture books, mind you, but they were
I have to
pictures
believe that they
drawn
were.
in next to the scientific notes. And no, you are a crocodile with a squirrel suit.
I don't
This is
know,
not a dragon.
This feels like a lot of projecting right now. I think I feel bad for you.
Am I the only one who feels this way? Can I get some backup here, please?
To be honest, I don't know a lot about dragons or wyverns or.
You are each
Yeah,
card-carrying
no.
members of the Dragon Soul clan. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I was always under the impression Alta's gonna get like real uncomfortable that like great worms were like when ancient dragons hit a certain age.
That's part of it.
So our friend is kind of right. New friend? Question mark? I'm saying that with a question mark because you seem friendly with me, but I have no recollection of you.
Ah, yes, that would be part of why I'm here. But that's okay. I mean,
why are you here?
Oh, I'm here because I built this place first of all. But then there's
Okay.
also that. And he like fully turns and looks over at the green box.
Camera fast pans, smash cuts to the green box.
Yes, you can all, at least for now, call me friend. Believe your intentions to be, good. But what is good these days? So yeah, we need to figure this thing out because
At least those are blurry lines.
Stuff to do.
I don't know. I feel like the world not getting destroyed is like an objectively good thing, but that just might be me.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a bummer for all of us, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, a soul stone. So, what happens for most of us is like they've just handed them over or died and said, "Here, take this." And then you took them from us, so obviously you're aware of what this is.
Yeah, so the whole Great Worm thing is like age is part of it, but that's actually oversimplification because we need to actually like take the time to figure out how to connect with our, you might call them alter egos in all of the other worlds that exist. So I did that. And upon doing that, I also learned how to manipulate other dragon souls upon their deaths. And it seems after their deaths as well. That was interesting.
Oh, okay. So like you're the one controlling all of this happening with us, or you're the one who started it?
Oh no, not at all. I just found
Oh.
out that I can manipulate your dragon soul stones. I didn't know I could do that.
Icarus is gonna like walk to like the corner and just like sit down on a rock. Like, I'm sitting this one out. There's too much thinking going on here.
I think that's kind of beside the point though, because that was more of a test your moxie. And I just wanted to see what happened when you saw that one, because she's been knocking at my door for like a long time for you guys, and it got really annoying. So I figured I'd play a little game with it, see what she did if she had me on her side and that sort of thing. I didn't really like fighting you guys.
Okay.
I feel like this is a very not friend thing to do.
Could you have maybe played that game with a little less eating of our souls? Because that kind of hurt.
Of course I could have, but you know, when it comes down to encountering a key group of people that are supposed to save the world, you know, kind of testing you out in a way seemed appropriate, especially before I hand over one of my souls, or all of them potentially. And yeah, it's kind of a heavy-handed thing to do, so I needed to, you know, see what you're all about.
You have multiple souls?
I have all of my alter ego's souls. Yes.
Did you keep the ones you swallowed earlier when you sucked my friends off?
Oh no, I gave them back. Didn't you see that?
Oh no, I didn't. I missed that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was all, you know, right at the end.
Oh, yeah, okay. It was good.
Blew
It was a
right
what?
back at us. Right into our
Got it.
mouths.
Okay, so wait, wait a minute. What do you mean by alter egos, and just how many do you have?
Oh, I see. 8.
8?
I have 8. Well, if you include like me as I was born here, so that's 1. The 7 other ones.
I feel like I just have more questions. It's like, who?
Have you heard of Orth? And or Dragonlance?
Yeah. Aster turned into a horse once.
Make a history check, everybody.
Please.
Killing my thoughts.
Hell yeah.
I had the wrong character open. What the fuck?
Oh no.
Oh, I did too. Hang
Just
on.
like,
roll as your
why
other
am I level-
character.
Why am I level 3?
Oh, then never mind. Maybe don't do that.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, I
It's the
gotta read.
crossover episode.
I got an 8.
Okay, I'm gonna say, Aster, loosely, you have heard of like the existence of other worlds, with, you know, similarities and differences to the one you're in, generically. Spunk, I'm gonna say you've heard of at least like Orth, and I don't know how people pronounce it, Orth, Earth, whatever. Dragonlance, Eberron, just like other worlds of existence. And
Can you spell it?
Oerth.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
And then yeah, Dragonlance and Eberron, I think you know. And this would be in line with some things you've been told before. I forget her name, but the great worm in the forest that Aster got her dragon soul stone from.
Marlac?
Marlac, yeah.
Marlac. Yes, that was it. She told you a bit about how a great worm becomes a great worm by essentially finding a dragon's existence isn't always just their own in the world that they were born. Sometimes they have what I'm calling alter egos, like another version of themselves in the other worlds. And then she did also tell you that a great worm becomes a great worm by finding those and like absorbing them, in so few words.
Okay. How old are you?
9,000 years old, give or take 100.
Is he lying to me?
You may insight check.
Not very good at these.
Yeah, he's kind of hard to read, but you know, everything he's said to you so far that you could fact check against your actual knowledge and experience hasn't been false so far.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna drop this for now.
I have a question. And I might be thinking too hard because I usually don't think. So, if you have all these souls from other places, would that mean you would care less about what happens to this place? Like our mission?
Oh no, I quite like it here. This is a fun place to live. I could go to other places, but you know, generally speaking, the end of a world is not usually a desirable outcome unless it's kind of deserved. I don't think it's deserved here, and the method by which it looks like it's coming is not favorable to, you know, everyone here. As terrible as Tiamat is, and how bad she would be for this world, she does serve a functional purpose in Avernus. So there's also that. It wouldn't just be like the unraveling of your world; it would be like the unraveling of the entire Hells from one layer all the way down. It's just a really big no for me.
Follow up. So, does that mean that other dragons, for example, like Tiamat, might also have souls on other worlds?
I would assume so. Yeah.
That's all for now. Sorry.
Well, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Oh man. Oh, that's for you to find. And he's pointing at Ulta.
I found it. It's sorry. It's like it's right there. I found it.
So I could just like go. Can I go touch it, or is it going to like fucking kill me or something?
No, it won't harm you.
Okay, and she's gonna start walking that direction. As she's walking, she's gonna go, "How do you know me, by the way? Because you appear to know me really well. Or at least better than I know you."
Well, you'll, I think, get it better than I could, like, quickly explain it, but, I'm your best friend.
Okay. Yep. That's strange. Because I don't know you.
Oh, yeah, that was whole part of the gig. Big man upstairs, you know, gave me this whole job and everything to protect your soul and let you find your own way and all that, so I just had to watch, I think, as you saw out there.
Who's the big man upstairs? Who's that guy?
He's going to say in Draconic, he's gonna like mouth the name, and this like, I don't know how to describe it. You all feel this like pressure in the air around you, like some kind of magic has been spoken into existence. And he'll say the name Bahamut.
That's me as a player. I don't know. As a character, I feel like we've talked about Bahamut like in character too.
You have, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. But
Yeah, when when this guy says this, she's gonna glance over her shoulder. Okay, so you're telling me that you had directives from him to
Mhm.
watch me? How often were you watching me? Did you watch me when I bathe? Because, like,
Oh, slight misunderstanding. He didn't ask me to watch you. I decided to do that on my own. And no, nothing inappropriate.
that doesn't make it better.
Nothing inappropriate, don't worry. Just
All
wanted
right.
to check in and see how
Okay.
life was going, you know? But he did charge me with watching you. And points at the box.
Got him.
Chris.
I can't take you
Holy
guys
shit.
anywhere.
No, you really can't. Not a single stream goes by without one of these.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, so you randomly watched me, not inappropriately, and sometimes appropriately watched all of us.
Mhm.
Or just me. Oh, okay.
Well, I thought you saw all the stuff on the wall, so
Yeah.
checking
I
it out
mean,
with
some
all
of that's, yeah, some of that stuff's like before we all got together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so,
Well, yeah, so among many of my qualities and abilities does include some time travel within, certain boundaries. So, when I saw people acquiring dragon souls, I decided to go check you guys out too. Appropriately.
mm-hmm. Always appropriately.
Vibe check to see if there's been any instance of not appropriate, like a ugh. Like a whoops.
Shit, you can
Is
insight
that really something that we want to know?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know, man.
It's better to know.
30
I
either
don't know.
way.
You go back to every single video, image, reel that you saw and would deem none of them inappropriate. Maybe a little bit like, how did you see that? I thought it was like just a moment between me and my parents or something along those lines, but never anything like violating.
Except for the last episode where we definitely made jokes about like, oh, that's just porn.
Yeah, there was definitely porn of me and LSAO, if I remember.
I like to think there's also a memory of Ulta and Juno pretend shitting in a bush.
Yeah.
Yes,
that memory should
pretend.
definitely be there. Such pretend.
Just pretend.
So she's gonna get closer to this box over here, and again, before she like opens it or touches it. So, do you know what's inside here?
I do, but I can't tell you because that's part of my rules.
Uh-huh.
You have to experience it for yourself.
Oh, okay. So, is it gonna kill me first? That's mostly my biggest concern.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. She's gonna turn to everybody. I'm gonna open this now, and if I die, don't forget to tell my parents that I loved them.
Okay, do you want a little bit of guidance before you go?
Before I go, where am I going?
Touch the box.
Oh, sure. I thought you meant to die. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
You're not gonna die. Everything's gonna be okay.
I have no anxiety about this. And
Here's one additional D4 of guidance for your upcoming rolls.
thank you. Hmm.
I'm doing my part.
Can I lift the box up without opening it?
No, the box is approximately like 10 times your size.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a solid like 15 feet. Okay,
Okay.
not 10
I
times
thought-
your size, but 15-foot square base, and it's about 20 feet tall.
Okay, well, how do I open it then if it's so tall, my friend? Which, by the way, what would you like me to call you?
Brenron is fine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it's sealed by that sword.
Okay. So I guess I will climb up there. And she will grab a hold of a sword
Okay.
and attempt to unsheath it.
So when your hand touches the sword, it's going to glow in reaction to the touch, and the hilt will kind of extend with claw-like extensions that sort of wrap around your wrist. And they're not like stiff. They like flex and move with your wrist, and if you grab with both hands, that'll happen to your other one as well. You pull this sword out with relative ease, and every one of you is going to feel a tremendous burst of magical energy like you've never felt before. Ulta, make a Constitution saving throw. Everybody else make a Dexterity saving throw.
Rude as fuck.
No.
Well, Alta, you get that +1.
Everyone can have a +5 for Paladin.
Oh, that's probably not gonna help me.
13.
Rolled a natural.
Unless I
8.
do get the +5. I don't know if I'm close enough to get that, but
It's
I thought you
it's
said you
30
brought it back
feet,
over
so
to-
it's probably fine.
+5 from what?
From Paladin Aura.
Oh, I mean, were
By
you
just
guys
existing.
honestly close enough? Because nobody moved on the map.
Oh,
I mean, I am.
I do not think Ulta is. I am
Where are
confident
you?
Ulta
Is
is
this
not.
you right here?
Yurt?
Yeah.
To be fair,
Oh.
I did just
No,
slap
move
her
back,
with
you fool.
guidance, which would have been a touch.
Hey.
So Juno would have been I just wasn't using the man. 'Cause I
You
touched her
absolute
with the
goon.
guidance.
You've ruined everything.
oh my goodness.
Okay, so no +5. Ulta,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to be flooded with
this.
so much information that your brain feels almost like it's gonna crack over everything that you're getting as far as memories go. And some of them will be more immediately familiar than others, namely those that you saw when Legend Lore was cast on you a couple times. So like flying in the air above the clouds, your sense of sorrow and fear when being scolded by a sort of father figure, and then you start to get a grip. It takes a moment, but I'm going to send you a message with the rest of the current details. The rest of you are struck with this like gust wind of magical energy, and if you rolled a 14 or lower, you are just knocked prone. It doesn't harm you or anything. Anyone else was able to sort of like brace themselves against this magical wind that burst out against you, and next thing you know, the green box is gone, and Ulta is standing looking at what you can now see is coming from her feet as a shadow. And for a few seconds, it does not look like her shadow. It looks like that of a tremendously large dragon. It looks like it just kind of stood up out of the box and unfurled its wings and sort of like stretched its neck, looked directly at Ulta, and had a flash of red in its eyes before shrinking down into, with the natural light from the tree here, Ulta's actual shadow.
Oh my god, we did it.
Chrissy.
I'm gonna
Please.
look down at it and say, "There you are, you little shit."
Oh my gosh, it's back.
What does that mean?
Also, it is noteworthy. I forgot to do this during my prep, Chrissy, but you have the sword that you have now is called a Dragon Slayer. It looks cool, but I do need to make some modifications
Whoa.
to it.
Already?
So don't add. I mean, add it to your inventory if you want to, but I need to make a custom one with some modifications.
I'll wait for you.
Okay.
As soon as that happens, she's gonna be like, "There you are, you little shit. I've been trying to find you." She is immediately. Does that also trigger memories of like my friendship with the creature in front of us? Like, am I now suddenly just recognizing everything?
So I'm cool with saying this with everybody here. Try not to metagame, guys. But you have all of your memories of your past life. As Arum, Presentia, the Golden Dragon. This is Bremron the Wise. You have been friends with him for thousands of years. And you have literally all of the memories of that past life.
She is going to run over there and give him a big hug.
When you do that, he is going to transform into a halfling human, a form that you would recognize, that you would go out into the world together amongst the people that live here and, you know, have adventures as friends, meet people, go on adventures, and he would reciprocate the hug and say, "I'm so glad you're back. This is great."
Very exciting. This is a lot. Meet my friends. Well, you've already met them. I apologize if you had to witness anything that was in that one part of the day when we went to the massage parlor and bathhouse.
No, that would be one of those no, that's private.
Okay. Yeah, well, it got weird for us, so I was just making sure it didn't get too weird for you too.
I'm sure it was weird. I mean, you guys were kind of snappy and uncouth before this one joined you, but then when it came along, and he's still in halfling form pointing at you, Spunk, well, it got really entertaining then.
Yeah. Well, Spunk was an addition for sure. Super talented though, with things that come out of its stomach.
Out of its anywhere, really.
That's also true.
You remember that one time he did the stuff with the slime and then it exploded? That was neat.
That is a thing that they do often. So here's the thing, is that we are trying to get him a soul stone so that we can all be as prepared as possible for the oncoming storm.
Some may call this the unfortunate part of my part to play in this. But I was granted a longer life than I should have naturally had in order to do, you know, this. Because I wanted to help out my best friend. So it's me. You're getting fine.
Why can't we just have one of the other ones? The like 8 or 9 other ones?
Yeah, if I only give you one of them, then the others have the risk of going back. And between you and me, they were all like not cool. They were quite bad, actually. They wreaked all sorts of havoc in their worlds, and it was like I thought it as just as much as a service to everyone else as it was self-serving to, you know, take them out of the situation. So, you know, I've had a lot of time to think about it. I think it's best if I just give them all.
I'm not a fan of this. because
not?
I just got all of my memories back, and I would prefer to get to, I don't know, re-know my friend. But I guess, and she's going to start having more than just a panic attack. And I am talking like anxious breathing. You can see that she's becoming like wildly overwhelmed at the thought of somebody choosing to die or give up their soul in an attempt to make this better. This is not what she would want, even remotely.
So he is going to generally try to console you. Oh, it's okay. I understand. It's sad, yeah. But I think you will now remember that we have learned throughout our lifetimes that death from this world is not the end of our life. It's just the end of our time here. So one of the things I also figured out is how to connect with anyone I want to with my soul when I'm not here anymore. So I can't like fly around with you anymore, but I can, like chat anytime you want. We maybe figure out a way to come back once in a while for like a day. Hang out.
She's going to puke up whatever she ate for lunch.
I'm gonna give her some gentle pats
No.
on the back.
Don't. Ew.
Reflex. Sorry.
Foul.
It's reflex. I couldn't help it.
Here's the thing. Obviously, you have the autonomy of choice, and I am grateful that you're willing to be helpful to Spunk. I do not know that I can watch this happen, so is this where I say goodbye to you so that I can just take some space from watching the one person that knows me truly leave this plane?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. She is going to start sobbing uncontrollably. And take him into a big hug. And out of her pocket, one of her little pockets, she will pull out a small bag of little various trinkets and things that she's been collecting, and hand them off to the halfling.
Okay.
I feel like a lot is being thrust upon me, and no one's asked me if I want the AI dragon to be inside of me.
Well, I mean, this is, maybe not in such detail, but quite literally what you asked for.
I guess so.
But I mean, I'm not in a rush, so like, if there's other stuff you guys want to talk about, I mean, I will be gone by the time you leave this place, no matter what. But I mean, we can hang out and talk if you want to learn stuff, or like, whatever. I kind of want to hear about your plan and all that. So like, what do you want to know?
Okay. All right. We're doing this. He's going to sit down, crisscross applesauce on the floor. I need to know why you look like that. I mean, this is going to bug me. Especially if we're going to vor one of our party's best friends.
Well, why do I look like this? The simple answer is I'm originally from the Underdark, and roll a history check.
No. 10.
Okay. I don't know that you've like been to the Underdark, but you might have heard about it. It is like literally just a physical place that kind of mirrors Faerun, that is deep under Faerun. But yeah, that's going to be about it, and he'll continue. I mean, I'm not the only creature from the Underdark that's kind of like, I guess, warped in appearance from your perspective and experience, but I mean, it's just what I look like. It's not like something happened to me.
Well, like what kind of what? I'm trying to find a way to ask this question without saying what kind of cruel god involved in the sentence structure. So, what kind of dragon are you?
You would refer to me as a deep dragon.
Sorry.
Keep it together, Chris.
I need a minute to digest what you just said. Like all of it. The last 20 minutes needs to process. What is a deep dragon? You come from
The Underdark.
the Underdark? Okay.
Uh-huh.
The deeps, so to speak.
Yeah. It's kind of a play on words. It makes sense.
Okay. So, amidst all of the dragons that live in the Underdark, you name one other dragon that lives in the Underdark. Because I'm finding it difficult to believe you, but also it seems too ridiculous to make up. Again, I'm not trying to be rude, but you are the Jerry Lewis of dragons. You are the silliest thing I've ever seen. And yet you are one of the most ancient creatures to have ever walked the dirt of this flat disc we live on.
So over the table, I am having trouble finding immediately right now names of dragons that live in the Underdark. But he'd be able to list off a few, like actual dragon names. And with your 10, I wouldn't say that you've ever heard of any of these. But roll an insight check. Okay. In line with everything else, like at the very least, everything he said that you can fact check to your own knowledge and experience has been flawlessly correct. And so you legitimately don't have any reason to believe that he's making this up. At least from the what he's saying. Obviously you have your own agency with your character, but from what he's saying with those roles, there's really no actual reason to not believe him.
I understand that you're telling the truth, but it's one of those things like, you know how some people tell you, like, what is a 100% fact that you don't believe is true, even though it is 100% a fact?
Oh, that would be denial.
Yeah. Yes. I'm in deep denial over the fact that you are a dragon. You know, like when people say that tarantulas keep tiny frogs as pets. Like, I can confirm to you that this is true. I've seen it with my own eyes. Is it believable? No. I've never been a pet, but so some of my brothers and sisters were.
Ants farm aphids. They just farm other bugs.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Literally.
So, Spunk, do you need help believing? Do you need him to do something very great?
Maybe. I feel like, yes, I would like if he did something great.
Can you do something great and wormy?
I mean, you saw some of it. I mean, just a few minutes ago,
I mean, we kind of beat the shit out of you before you had a chance to do much of anything except swallow our.
No, you beat the shit out of that one, but I was fine.
Oh, okay. What's your breath weapon? Like one that you didn't steal from someone's pocket, you know? Do you have one?
Yeah. It's what do I want to call it? Nightmare breath seems appropriate. It's
fuck me. This is your friend?
Yeah.
You befriended the nightmare breath deep dragon?
I mean, apparently.
Okay. All right, Tooth. Let's see what this. Let's see what this looks like. I guess.
You just want to see it, or you want to
do it.
experience
Like blow your load all over a thing. What the here? You know what? Let me give you a hand, maybe. Do I have something? Anything?
You really want to give a hand?
I'll touch the floor, and like a trail of sparkle will run up to like a nearby wall, and a literal bullseye will paint itself as I cast prestidigitation on the nearest stalagmite. Go on, give it hell.
I mean, I have a feeling that you in particular are going to find it visually kind of unimpressive. So how about this? I'll do it to you with the personal guarantee that you will be at the end of it unharmed.
That doesn't. I mean, that is pretty great, but why would I be unharmed if you're it? That's just breathing, man. Like that's
I will
not...
immediately alleviate the effect. I mean, like you could die, you know, if things go really bad. Like you wanted to see something great.
Fuck yeah, there's a theme running here tonight. Let's do it. Breathe on me.
All right, he's gonna blink his eyes, and you are going to be immediately teleported over here.
He does magic. Come on, do it, pussy. I'm waiting for you.
You are going to be immediately teleported over here. Aster and Juno, you're going to be immediately teleported to behind him. And you need to make a wisdom save.
Don't look at me like that. He said I would be unharmed. This is going to be totally
question.
fine. I'm going to be fine.
I have a question. While all of this has been going on, Juno would have wanted to comfort the sobbing Ulta.
Absolutely.
That would have been priority number 1. So do I still get whipped around against my will if I followed Ulta wherever she went?
No. I guess nobody has been moving around the map, so anybody that was in the blast radius would have been teleported out of it. Let's just put it that way. Okay, and then you will see him puff out his chest. He has changed back into his dragon form. You'll see him puff out his chest and breathe out this hot breath. And to all of you that are just looking at it, it just looks like heat waves and like little sparkles of what you can only describe as like spores in the air, in a 90-foot cone encompassing Spunk. And on the walls and floor, everything else that it touches like has this wave of black come over it, like it's an immediately charring effect. Spunk, you fail your save.
I rolled a 21.
And
Uh-oh.
oh, that's not that. There we go.
Dragon's not fucking around.
You take 55 psychic damage
Uh-oh.
and are at the moment frightened of this dragon. But then it immediately kind of like it just sits down and gives one of these like and then blinks its eyes.
What are you doing, powering up your breath? Oh, big scary. Holy shit!
And then he just kind of sits down and goes, and blinks his eyes again. You can all feel the pulse of a spell being cast, and all of those effects are reversed. You are healed that 55, and you are no longer frightened.
There's like sunburnt skin all over the front of him. that looks like he got in a tanning bed and hit the microwave button on high.
Just experiencing like an acid
His lips
flashback.
are
My
super
God.
tight.
So, what do you think?
I'll tell your friend is pretty strong, I think. I get better. Instead of you giving me your soul, why don't you just come with us?
Well, like I said, I am on borrowed time, and
Ooh.
the task I was charged with, in order to do that, is complete. So, I'm gone from this plane. Either way, once you guys leave.
You have any chapstick? Does anybody have any chapstick? I'm a little dry.
I have an inhaler.
Thank you. This is very thoughtful, but no, I'm not struggling to breathe, but blink maybe.
You can
Really?
breathe through your skin.
Really hard to blink. I don't feel as wet as I normally do. I'm a
Need
little
someone
bit
to spit on you.
feel like chapped. Yeah, I mean maybe.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
He's a little bit like
sit here with Ulta, Aster, and Icarus. You're on spit duty.
Spunk like waddles over to the area, like sits down.
my.
It sounds like he's walking on like tinfoil. Like his skin crinkles whenever.
Oh my God.
I'd actually prefer not to be in charge of that.
You know,
And you kinda
I'll
take a little
do
break.
one better. We're just gonna throw some cure wounds your way. That's what we're gonna do. Let's
Maybe
do, like,
create
fourth
water.
Level. Fourth level sounds good.
Why? So, like, explain to me why you're on borrowed time. Oh, that's better. Thank you, Aster. Feel a little bit less chapped. Oh, I split my lip though. Yep, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding a little bit. So, I don't fully understand the borrowed time thing though. Maybe I'm slow. Explain to me like I am 5. No, sorry, I'm 9.5. Explain it to me like I am 1.
Well, at about the time that our room here was charged with what she was, I was at, kind of at the end of my natural life. So, but Father Bahamut knew that we were really good friends, so he offered me a deal and said, you can live longer, frankly, as long as it takes for her to kind of make amends for what she did, and in exchange you just need to guard the place that we keep her soul. So I agreed.
Okay. It's a tough question. It's a conundrum, really, because, like, obviously you are close to a friend of ours, but this is kind of like, is it okay to run over grandma with a car just because she's 90?
But I wouldn't quite liken it to that, but that's funny.
I'm gonna spin around. You'll hear like the sound of sandpaper as he spins to face you on his cheeks, Ulta. I guess I'm not so sure about whether I need the dragon soul anymore, but like I don't know. I feel like this is something that like you should have had. If you want to trade and have your best friend's soul so you can be with your best friend, or if you don't want this to happen at all, like I understand that. I would really like your input. And so I'm sorry, this is a terrible time to be asking you to be consolable and functional. And I realize how insensitive it is, but given the circumstances, I feel like I kind of have to ask that of you.
I honestly, Spunk, am just pretty shocked at all of this myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's shocking.
So, I mean, here's the thing is that I've, known them for a really long time, and I was excited at the idea of knowing them for a lot longer. So, I suppose if this is what needs to be done for us to be successful, I trust that this is the best choice we have to make, however it happens.
Is it necessary for us to be successful? Like, they don't even need all the masks to finish the ritual. Like, why do we all need the dragon soul to be successful on our end? I don't think that that's necessarily the case, but it would also be better knowing that this wasn't something that was going to fuck you up really bad for like the rest of forever, if we chose to do this. Which again, he glances at like this mistake of a dragon. I'm okay. Like, if we don't.
Well, I mean, like, I understand where you're coming from. If I may spin the perspective a little bit, I think this would be a neat and fun way that I can still help, even though I'm going to be, like, as you see me, not here anymore. It's kind of like I get to at least tag along for the drive, and you get, like, some cool new stuff to use against the bad guys.
Also, the way you're explaining it also kind of makes it sound like you're not going kaput so much as you are being banished from this reality.
I mean, that is kind of like it's kind of a crude way to put it, but it's more accurate than I'm dead, I'm gone. Like,
I mean, so
me still exists, just not like in this form and here.
We have an alternate choice to make here, you all. We've just been told that the existence of other realities are present, I guess. They exist. Are there infinite number of these realities? Are they finite? Are they all different? Or are there like, is there a universe in which everything is possible? So like, is there a universe where every one of us has died and we could go to that, but everything else is the same, and also there's no Tiamat, and we could go into that universe and just impose ourselves as ourselves in that new universe where you also exist?
You're getting into some pretty heavy and I'm pretty sure like forbidden kind of stuff. I was talking about different worlds, like imagine if you zoomed out, like you flew up really high and you could see like all of the Thord Coast, right? And then if you flew even higher, you could see all of like Faerun. And if you flew even higher, then what you would see is like a ball in space. And then if you look the other direction, you could see another one, and that's just like another place that exists at the same time as this one. You're talking about changing realities? That's a whole different ballgame.
Rewind. A ball?
A ball, yeah. I mean, it's the simplest way I can describe it.
I'm sorry, but I think you're mistaken, friend. We are on a flat surface. If it was a ball, I would slide off the side.
We're really gonna do that, Chris? God damn it.
If this was a ball.
Ulta's going to just kind of like step in and say, Spunk, ultimately, I suppose if you choose not to take a soul stone, that's a choice you have to make, but it sounds like he doesn't get to leave this space in any capacity outside of ethereal once we leave. So, and she's going to glance at him for confirmation of that. You know what I mean? Like to make sure that she's understanding that part correctly. So
yeah, he's
I mean,
he's giving like, imagine the cartoon like kind of dumb nod, which to you in your memories would be like iconic of him, just like to confirm.
so I mean, it's up to you, I think, more than anybody, whether or not this happens. And she's going to turn to him again and say, I suppose my last ask is that through the space in which you leave this plane, I would hope we could fly together one last time.
Let's do it. Oh wait, can I see him? And he's gonna look at your bag.
Yeah, absolutely. And she'll open her bag for Sunrunner to come out.
Okay. You open the bag, and Sunrunner comes just blazing out, circles you like in an upward spiral, and then flies toward him. And they both, he like leaps into the air, and they're both at like a speed you have not seen before, just darting around with each other in the air. And I said in your message that you'll kind of learn some more as we go here. Like the moment Sunrunner came out, a new memory comes to you, or I guess kind of a combination of memories. Bahamut being the father of dragons, oversimplifying, but was always famed to have 7 golden dragons basically accompanying him. It's like an image depiction that's often given in like deep lore, and this would be confirmed because you are and have been one of those 7. Sunrunner, you now realize, is another of those 7, just in a different form on this world. And the coin that was flipped to you in Waterdeep when Sunrunner chased it into your bag depicted a human man with 7 canaries around the perimeter. This is a historically known, though I wouldn't say commonly known, but I mean, like to scholars, a known depiction of Bahamut and his 7 golden dragons.
I've been waiting for the moment that this all made sense for so long.
Yeah, she will obviously just kind of take that in and start crying again. But this is probably a little bit less hemorrhaging tears, and like imagine if you were on mushrooms and just watched The Lord of the Rings and you just needed to weep openly. That's what it's like.
Sounds like a vibe.
And she's just kind of overwhelmed with emotion as she's like watching them fly around.
Well, are you going to join us or what?
On the ride? No, I feel like that's a very personal thing with the two of you.
Oh, he would have been very clearly speaking to Ulta.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't really tell because your eyes are slack.
Sure.
And you're, most dragons are apex predators with binocular vision, and you have 2 milky orbs on the side of your beak. My apologies.
She will kind of begin to fly. She does not have like a significant fly speed in any capacity. So the best she could muster would be her swarm kind of lifting her about like 20 or 30 feet.
This isn't meant to be leading in any way, but you do have your soul stone.
Oh, I'm allowed to use that again? I thought I had to wait to use that again since it was taken. I just assumed that.
Nope, you got it back.
Okay.
All of you have them back at full capacity.
Yeah, then she would totally do that. I just assumed I could not use it because it was snatched away. So she would do that.
All right, so Ulta transforms into her golden dragon knight form and flies around with these 2. All don't want to take away an opportunity for any of the rest of you to. Is there anything that you want to be doing or talking about or asking?
I just want to see them enjoy their flight together.
I'll be humming the theme to a never-ending story.
I'll be crying.
Turn around. Look at what you see.
In her face.
Very like a dream.
Friendship is the answer.
Yeah.
Atreyu.
All right. After probably a couple minutes, he'll start to wind down and come back to the ground, just kind of sit right next to Spunk and this has been fun. You ready?
Okay, what do I do? Do I chant something? Om Nam Shibayo Kaliba kind of thing, or?
Nope. Just promise me that you'll do the best you can with it. It's gonna be pretty neat.
Never anything but give it up, old man.
And then he's gonna look to Ulta. I'll see you soon, my friend.
She will make sure she hugs him real quick and then kind of gives him a little bit of like a bow.
Okay.
Bruno starts ugly crying.
When you bow, because he wanted to respect your request to not see it, literally see it happen. When you're at the bottom of your bow, he will bow as well, and then give like a quick twist of his neck that you can all see, and just poof into this like lingering burst of dust. There's one particular speck in the middle of it that's very bright and just kind of lingers towards Spunk, and sinks into. Do you call it a chest? I don't know, but what would be your chest?
My stomach throat.
Yeah, and the rest of you would see a glowing come from your sternums, indicating all of your Dragon Soul
Glowing
Stones
cum.
reacting.
Glowing cum.
No.
As another speck of dust goes to each of you as well. And you can all feel the powers and abilities of your souls increasing. So we're going to take a quick break here, and I'm going to send you all an updated document of all of your Dragon Soul Stones. Yay! All right, we'll be right
Oh my
back.
God. Never mind.
Corn dog.
Gee, I wonder who has the moonstone, guys.
Who didn't
Right?
watch Sailor Moon growing up because she hated the fact that there was
Forget growing up. Let's watch it
creepy
together
old man,
now.
a fucking
Oh my
17-year-old, 18-year-old. How old is he? Is he 19? He's in college, and she's 13.
Yeah, that is
I
a
was
little
like,
weird.
I can't get by this.
Yeah, that's why it's funny, because it's
Uh-oh.
horrible. That show is.
I watched Real Housewives for that.
Let's get stoned and watch the show together, Corn Dog, because I didn't watch it growing up either, but I watched it when I was 28, and I was like, this is fucking bonkers. What is happening on screen right now?
Okay, so
That's
No.
how I feel about Around Host Club.
go through those
So
as you
good.
please. You can do it now if you want. But we're back. So we're taking it all in that Bremron has given you the gift not only of Spunk's individual Dragon Soul Stone, but essentially upgraded all of yours. That'll be the very last section at the end of each of yours.
Oh,
And that had all of that has been really fun to homebrew. So, yeehaw! This is as good as they get. You got the last upgrade.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And of course, if/when you would choose to use them, you know, if there's anything unclear or that seems inconsistent about them, as we go, you can figure that out. But yeah, you are now. That concludes the saga of figuring out what the fuck's going on with Ulta Shadow, your Dragon Soul Stones, all that jazz. So, with the eventuality of confronting the Well of Dragons to either stop the ritual or fight Tiamat directly, what is next that you guys are thinking on the agenda? Big picture, just like in or out of character. What are you guys thinking?
First of all, I just read through this, and we can fully fucking turn into a dragon now. What the hell?
Mhm.
That's so cool. Sorry.
Sheesh.
does anybody want to? You want? No, not anybody. Ulta. I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but do you want to say anything, like a few words for? know.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Fair enough.
Thank you for asking, though.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Spa day? Spa day? Maybe a day of relax. I know we don't have a lot of time left, but like, you know, if we're gonna all die, perhaps we should, you know, go get a massage, full release.
Or at least a good night's sleep in a mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like that plan.
Maybe eat something we didn't have to hunt first.
Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely do that. I think that'd be nice.
I could make a hero's feast when we wake up. Hero's brunch.
Heroes brunch. Heroes brunch.
Kind of scary too, because like this just makes it feel more real too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we have to go stop Tiamat from getting in. If they're not already here.
Where do we go for that?
I mean, we have to go to the Well of Dragons, and we kind of know where that is.
Mhm.
I think we're in it, no?
No,
No.
you're in the
We're-
Star Mounts.
We're really north.
Oh. You know, if it wasn't basically an elephant graveyard for...
Magic, could we get the map?
Is that under the assumption that you guys are leaving?
Well, yeah, we're not staying
I
here.
didn't want to assume.
As pretty as these trees are.
Yeah.
We can come back at any time because
We're fucking
now
off
I know
now.
these trees.
Oh, can we walk into their can we go through them to go to another place?
Were you
Yeah.
gonna say Trussy?
Maybe.
He definitely was.
I thought better of it.
And yeah, Chris thought better of it. Had the restraint, then I said it anyway.
I have no restraint.
I love this.
Okay, Chris had like 60% restraint. The word was
True.
basically out.
True. We all basically knew.
Why can I just not find my Sword Coast map?
But yeah, we can transport via plants to basically wherever I know a tree, so wherever when we wanna go. That there's trees.
Okay, what the
Uh-oh.
Going line by line.
Because I think it's the
There it is.
yeah. 'Cause I think it's south of the woodland. Yeah. Because we were
You are here,
yes.
and the Well of Dragons is
Here.
why am I having a hard time finding it?
Is Greenest the closest place to it that we've been? Bottom right.
I feel like we got closer at some point.
Yes, here
It
it is.
might
When
have
we
been
left-
We
like-
definitely.
When we left Greenest, we went through the water, and when we were passing to get to the water, because we had to go up into the north, we noticed that there was some shit happening in the mountains, and that was when we noticed the trees
Mhm.
were dying.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Yes.
did
Mhm.
not travel through any cities. There was no encounters in any other cities. There was encounters when we got to the water to travel down the river.
You so follow the green or the pink arrows.
Pink Arrows is the path that we took.
It
and we
is the
saw
path that
Mhm.
you took.
eastward.
Like we did go to El Terrell, which is like kind of close too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did go to
It's
El
not that
Terrell
much
at one-
closer, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, El Terrell would be the closest place you've been to it.
Mhm. That was like early game, but yeah, I remember we at least took the river. So
Yeah.
Took the river to get there.
That's way down there.
and then like I kind of forget, like I know we were like in the like Giant's Castle. I feel like that was also kind of that direction too. feel
That
like
was in Parnast.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Arnaz.
Over here. East of Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So let's assume for now, since you threw the option of going through the tree on the table, we're looking at this map over the table. Let's say you haven't left yet, because that would have involved like going back and through the portal to get to the top of the Star Mounts where you started. That's your other way
You
out.
can't just use one of the trees that's in here.
You can. That's why I'm going to say maybe you haven't left yet, so that you don't lose that option before you choose what to do. But we can look at this map over the table and generally decide what you want to do next. Because you do know in character that the ritual has started. But you also know that's a thing that takes like weeks to or it's assumed that it should take weeks to complete. It has been a couple of weeks. So you know it's kind of impending completion.
We told everyone to get ready before we came here.
Yes, you did.
So we told them to get on over that way.
Yep.
Did we leave Elia before coming through this passageway too? Do we have to go grab her, like walk backward and get her? Or...
You did leave her. She was not included with coming into this place. but nobody has indication of if she would have waited for you there or gone off to do other things. So you're not sure. And this really is open-ended, because I don't like having a, or at least this felt like a good point to leave it open to you guys if there's other stuff you wanted to do in game and not be so heavily handed forced into time to go to the well now.
I don't want to be like sappy, but would you all be opposed to doing like one last thing together before we do this like mission completion or like final battle or anything? Just to like be together? I don't know.
How do
No.
you mean?
No, what do you have in mind?
I don't know. I don't want to. I'm kind of selfish, but I don't want to like rush over there and just, jump right into it. I mean, we're ready, but like, also like, I'm thinking back to when Ulta mentioned how much we did without even really knowing each other. I just want to do like one more thing together before, we face it all. Whether it's like bowling or just sharing a meal or I don't know.
Bowling? What is bowling?
I couldn't think of any good examples. I don't know.
I don't know
Chuck
what that
balls
is.
at pins.
Like needles?
Yep.
Throw
It's
balls
like
at needles.
It's a recreational activity, like a competitive game.
It's so different. You guys are so backwards. See, where I'm from, we throw the needles at the ball because we painted the target on it, and we would throw like needles, like darts, at that. You do it the other way around though, where you throw the ball at the needles.
Yeah. I
That's
feel like it would be
interesting.
unfair if we threw the needles at a wall because I have a plus 13 to hit.
What's plus 13 mean? How do you measure that? How do you quantify 13? I have
Well-
Gods tell us.
I have 3 fingers. Does that mean I have plus 3 too?
Yeah, you just make
You
it
have
up.
13 fingers? You know,
Huh?
your brother's a freak. You may want to look for those other fingers later. I have a
God,
device
this is-
where you could cut them off if you wanted to.
Okay.
Make
Does
him
this have to
normal
do-
again.
Does this have to do with the extra mouth from episode 1?
Oh no.
Oh
Never
man.
forget.
No further
This whole-
questions.
What a
This whole
time.
time, Icarus was like a mimic creature.
I don't want to know.
So we just plan to go back to, I don't know, Waterdeep? Stay somewhere for a night?
I
Go
mean,
bowling? Grab some dinner?
unless Aster has ever been to a more exotic tree before, like I read of this really cool amusement park where they have like dinosaurs and hot springs. Have you ever been near a tree with one of those?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
Most of the interesting trees that I know now are ones that I have been with the rest of y'all around.
By the way, guys, what happened on that spa trip? I wasn't here that. Like, I think you left me in the hotel room when you guys went there.
I don't know, I had a great time.
Juno saw things she was not meant to see.
I had a really terrible massage. I was basically assaulted.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going back to that place.
We can find a different one with someone with gentler hands. The person
Yeah, I
basically
just
beat
took like
me
a
up.
mud bath or something. I don't remember what I did. I just know that I was away from
We
the
were
rest
not
of
in the
you.
mud bath because that's where Spunk and I went.
No, okay, then I don't
That's
remember
what
what I was doing.
tipsy turvied him in as he dove into the mud. I had
And I
to look
was
at his
like
little
away.
cloaca.
Oh,
Stop.
I
Oh.
was
Oh my God.
unsuccessful on a lot of skill checks and was basically punched through a massage.
I saw Frog's butthole and I never want to see it again.
And then watched the frog's butthole make doo-doo in mud.
oh. That way, like when you're so comfortable, it just kind of comes out.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
No
when babies
further
poop in
questions.
I
bathtubs.
think
I don't
in his
think
case, it
anyone
was
was
so
comfortable at
comfortable
that
that it just
point.
came out.
It was like a slick
Yeah.
hot snake.
Like I think of like when
Not the
babies
hot
poop in
snakes.
bathtubs, you know.
Yep.
Just one firm black mamba slithered out of me.
Dude, I'm
Oh,
gonna take
no.
my earphone soon. Jesus Christ.
I had one too many Tylenol.
Stop. No more.
I'm once again
Uh.
submitting the application for Cancel Chris 2025.
I'm kind of
Say what you
concerned that
want,
like
but that felt great to me. I was just like,
I'm like torn between should we try to find a better spa to like remedy that experience, or do we completely avoid it because it can only get worse?
I don't know.
Should we
Could
ask
not get
someone?
worse.
Like, try to get a best review of a spa in Waterdeep. Also, should we ask your parents? Do they know good spas? Were they the spa type?
No. You saw my parents. They're much more likely to be gardening in the backyard. But we could ask the banker.
Oh yeah.
True. Our bank representative.
Do you want to summon them, or should I just message?
Sure, let's drag him here. Hello?
You would remember that the summoning only works within the city.
Alright, we gotta get to
Can you
Waterdeep.
imagine
Just kidding, we gotta
summoning
get to the
them?
city first.
After we
Just
could either
send
go
them
through a
summoning
tree,
them
or
underground.
we could get back to Elia, and then I could bring us back to.
Can't we
Hold
just
on,
fly
what's the
Spirit?
temple's name? What is the temple's name that's there in Waterdeep? Is it Moon Maiden something?
Moonweaver?
It's like the Moonweaver's temple, but I think it's like Temple of the Moon Maiden or something of that nature, because that's where I have my go backsies whenever you need to spell for.
Oh yes.
So then we could collect Elia and all go back that way, because I can take 10.
Are you thinking of Joanne Fabris? Fabris, that's haberdashery and circumcisions.
House of the Moon.
But
Yep. So we could go if we want to get Elia. That way we don't have to message her and be like, meet you back there. I have a feeling that when we leave this room, we might leave the trees. We're good.
Yeah, I agree. I think as soon as we leave here, we won't be able to access the space again. At least not for a while.
Is there anything else in this space? Any like cool boxes or trinkets or anything like that? Like, does this dragon have a hoard?
Make a perception check.
to see if you perceive a massive dragon horde nearby.
When he win.
So, like, generally looking around, you see it's like abnormally empty for what should be a dragon's lair.
place sucks.
With your passive insight, I'm going to say Juno assumes that either he decided to not keep one, very realistic possibility, or it is being heavily magically hidden.
It could be hidden if there's a horde here, but it also could not exist.
Can you detect the magic?
I sure can.
Wait, that feels kind of wrong, doesn't it?
No.
I mean, if you're saying it out loud, I'm can detect it at will. It's one of my things.
Spunk, when Juno says it could be hidden, you would recall, I forget if it was during a legend lore, I think it was during a legend lore cast, that you actually saw into this place and saw this dragon for the first time. It was scrying. It was scrying, and you saw into this place. You saw the dragon next to the box, and it noticed the scrying orb and said, "Ooh, I wonder if it's friend or foe." Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And you did see like a massive pile of gold and gems and valuable things around this space.
Okay.
Would Ulta have any history or knowledge of where that would be?
She would know that it should be here. But he'd never mentioned anything about hiding it.
I'll cast. Somebody pull my finger. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Without questioning it, Icarus will pull his finger and then immediately be like, "Oh shit! I thought
Yeah,
should
and
have
he'll
thought
just
about that."
totally blast like a cloud of white, sparkly smoke out, and he'll cast a dispel magic at 5th level. This is the highest spell slot I have right now.
I need you to roll
Damn it!
I'm treating this kind of like a counter spell. Where you attempted it, but it wasn't high enough to automatically work.
Yeah,
so now
that's
we're
how
going to do
dispel
a
magic works.
test. Wait, what? Really?
The DC, yeah, it's the DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
Oh. I accidentally did it right. So yeah, go ahead and roll.
Oh, natural 20. Fuck you. I win.
You do win.
Hell yeah.
Because it was level 9.
Woo.
So
I can't roll higher.
when you cast dispel magic, let's go back to. Well,
Oh,
no,
sorry. If this was level 9 dispel magic, then dispel. It's spicy. Did it work? Open my eyes to see if there's a horde.
Man, I
worked.
thought there was gonna be more. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna come back around.
Oh shit. That's getting clipped, by the way.
Yeah.
Centered around Spunk and emanating as the cloud from his cloaca wood from casting this spell will be this like shimmering, like burning away. Imagine like the controlled burn that you sometimes see of like pollen and cotton on grass, where it just slowly kind of burns away, revealing the grass beneath. Will reveal a massive horde of coins, golden plated cups and plates and all sorts of gems and jewels. And I'm gonna ask this. I know Ulta has the Dragon Slayer now. I know Juno's got the moon. What's the moon sword called again?
Moonblade.
Moonblade. I know that Icarus has the super cool arrows, and I know that Spunk has these. What is it? Staff of the Magi. Aster, do you have any like super legendary items?
I don't think so.
So
I think the most powerful item I have is the Staff of Fire.
Yup. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say there will be an item here that Aster can take that matches the intensity of those.
Sheesh.
So you can either right now or over time between now and our next session do a little research and say there's
Yeah,
going to be a
I'll do
super
that.
cool item that you can have.
Retractable
Okey-dokey.
canines.
But otherwise there is generally like a literal horde here. So what do you want to do about it?
Mhm.
Select components for spells.
It's just boring old gold. You want to throw it in the bag of blah.
Okay. What kind of components for spells are you looking for, Juno?
I would be looking for more goblets for Heroes Feasts.
Okay.
Let me look at what my other things need. God, I'm so strong.
I'm going to change the music because this is not so foreboding anymore.
I really need Discord to stop. A sunburst pendant. Yeah. What does mass heal need? Nothing. Cool. Mhm.
Say what you need to say.
If there's any ointment for the eyes, for true seeing, I'll grab that. Otherwise, I'll just grab enough money to go buy it.
Okay, so roll 3 investigation checks then.
God damn it.
Okay, so the first thing you said was goblets, right?
Mhm.
Heroes Feast goblets. Roll a d4. What you roll plus 1 will be how many you find.
2.
All right, next is... I forgot what you said second.
Sunburst pendant.
Sunburst pendant. Roll another d4. The straight roll will be how many you find.
Three.
Nice. And then the last one was eye drops.
Ointment.
Ointment. Another d4 minus 1 will be how many you find. Rip.
Dude. Well, at least I have enough ointment for a little bit. I don't think I intend to switch out too many of those. Oh my god. D&D Beyond, stop it.
Anyone else looking for anything in particular too?
Are there any full-size busts of a bust?
Sure, why not?
Hell yeah, I win. I beat you, D&D. It is possible.
Not
Ulta
to-
will very intentionally not touch a single piece of this gold. Go ahead,
Might be a little-
Hyson.
This might be a little too on the nose, but do there happen to be any dragon slaying arrows in this dragon sword?
Morbid.
Let me look at something quick.
I think it's just an arrow that does bonus damage to dragon types, but I've been hunting for them.
roll an investigation check.
Oh God. Why intelligence?
If you're a paladin elf, you get advantage.
Advantage. That's a 13 with my advantage.
Roll a d12. The result -3 will be a number of arrows of slaying that you're able to find.
5, which means 2.
Yep. Maybe this will plant a seed, but you know that having the actual item in your possession could be a means to go to a master of craftsmanship and say, hey, could you replicate this?
Interesting.
And we do know a guy. In Waterdeep. We literally just got weapons from him.
Yep.
I would need to go back and find the note of like who and where that was, but I do explicitly remember that happening.
An arrow of slaying seems so much stronger than what I thought it would be.
Magic, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
There doesn't happen to be any diamonds worth 25,000 gold.
25,000?
Yeah.
That is a tall order. Make another investigation check. DC's pretty high.
Why?
Because you're searching through an entire horde for something very rare.
22.
You find 1.
Okay. I'll push anyone out of my way that's going to lean down and grab it first. This isn't for greed. This is for in case something goes terribly terrible.
Yep. And also, listen, I don't want it to seem like I'm just like giving it to you guys, but I mean, there's a lot of heavy modification. The module as written only goes to level 15, so us going to level 20 means shit's gonna be difficult. So if you can think of stuff that you want to find, I say go for it. I'm assigning DCs as I see fit.
Feet pics.
God damn it.
Dragon
I'll do it.
feet pics.
I'll do it. I'll send you my toenail clip-ins. Whatever, Magic. Whatever you need to give me things.
I almost just threw up. I was joking about it, and then I almost made myself throw
watched
up.
a video today of a lady who, like, every month she clips her toenails and sells it for 400 pounds.
Jeez.
And I just sat there and I was like, that's diabolical. How do I get in?
I think there's a site. It's literally just like Feet Finder or some shit. Feet Sender, feet.
See, I don't know, man.
Feet
I
feed.
don't trust people with my DNA.
Yeah.
The person she sells hers to eats them.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah.
I mean, is it worse? Because then it's not getting sold to anybody, and you're not doing anything weird with it. She's just munched
not
on it like a
witchcraft.
potato chip.
It's funny you say not doing anything weird with it and then say instead they're munching on it like a potato chip.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was gonna say. Oh my
I
god.
feel like
Yeah,
that's
they're doing
also
normal
weird.
things with that toenail
At least they're
clipping.
not doing science with it.
Ooh. Okay, anything else?
Alta would look over at Aster and say, is there any chance you need any armor, or you could find anything here that would be helpful to you?
Well, that's the thing. I feel like a lot of my armor just comes into or through the things that I transform into. I feel like it just changes constantly, so I don't know how helpful that might be.
What if we found you like a nice hairbrush that leaves you
I
like,
was like, I was looking through like the legendary things. I don't know what I want yet, but like, we'll say, I found this super cool thing. Yeah, no, whoever wants to help Aster find that, if that's Ulta, if that's whoever, she'd be really appreciative.
Sorry,
I
what was
once-
it you were looking for again?
Aster with like a nice hairbrush. I once read a book.
I don't know yet. Like I need time to look at like
Okay.
legendary items and stuff.
I once
Like,
read of a
doing
legendary
that on the
magical
fly is
item.
not how my brain works, unfortunately.
I once
So-
read of a magical item called the Enchanted Hairbrush of the Beef Master.
Jesus. Okay, so for that one, since I'm putting it in there as a means to like put equity in the cool items for the party, we're gonna say you do find it. That one's not gonna take an investigation roll. But anything else anybody's looking for is extra. So investigation rolls with DCs, and then
Ulta would keep an eye out for things related to Druidcraft for Aster. She's just kicking things around, but she's not going to take anything at all. So I know that there are like various staffs and things like that out there that are rare items. From the one single time I played a druid very poorly.
I was like, I feel like there's stuff, but
So I want to say there's like a staff of woodlands or plains or something. It's some sort of like terrain. Hang on.
oh yeah, there's staff of the woodlands. I'm looking at it right
Or
now.
mountain. Oh, maybe. Okay.
I've
There
looked
might
at them
be
recently,
multiple.
so I can look again.
But I think that's just a rare item. So I wasn't thinking anything necessarily legendary. I figure Heck could decide that for Aster. But along the lines of, or the equivalent to the things that, say, Juno is looking for, or even Icarus. Even those like little small animal totem things that in the Druidcraft turn into other creatures, things like that, like small things related to, or like statue
Ooh.
totems.
Have you looked
Tell
at
you what.
Aster, the dragon staff of Angaron?
No, I have no idea what that is.
That's new to me.
But a goaded item that I just thought of that unrelated to this. Let's actually see. It's a rare item. Does anybody have a necklace of prayer beads yet? Because
Not
like
prayer
that can
beads.
be attuned by druids, clerics, or paladins. So like that has like some transferability amongst the group too. I'd be down to look for that.
Items attached to me, I cannot take any more.
Okay. Well, I
keep
mean,
my
I'm
ghost
just saying,
in a
like, we can
mansion
switch
right now.
things out and all of that. Yeah. I like the transferability of that as well.
Prayer beads.
Yeah.
I feel like they, from what I remember, they do like a bunch of random spells, but I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, exactly. It depends on like what kind. You have to like roll for which ones are on the necklace, but like,
Okay.
it's one of my favorite magic items in the book. Honestly, it's really solid. You know what? I will make the executive decision. I will look for those.
all right.
That's the rare item, right?
Yeah, that is rare.
Okay.
Am I doing
Beads.
investigation?
Just to open up the box too. You are not limited to the player handbook magical
That's
items.
what they do.
You
I
are
love-
open to all I have content sharing to you guys in our campaign, so you have access to everything.
There's so many things.
Yeah, but for
I
this,
really like the idea that Aster and Icarus are going to share a pearl necklace.
Yeah, I
Prayer
kind of love
beads.
that too.
but yeah, you're not doing an investigation for that. This is the one like for
Oh,
sure guaranteed item I'm going to give to the party.
Okay, can I roll for which beads are on the necklace then?
Sure.
Or oh my god, okay, wait. I need to see how many. It's okay, it's 1d4 plus 2 magic beads. And then I feel like Hyacinth and I should like rotate which beads someone rolls. Okay, I'm gonna roll how many we have. It's 1d4 plus 2. No, I need to roll it.
Also, Aster, I want you to be able to enjoy your own item. You don't have to share it with me.
Well, shit, we only have 3. That rolled a fucking 1. That sucks. Alright. That's fine. I just think it's fun.
So
Okay.
Icarus has
Then
one
what do I have to
pearl
do?
on his neck, and you have 2 pearls on your neck.
I love it.
Check. Just making
That's
sure I'm
so
tracking
funny. Okay.
2 ropes, right? Or strings, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do these beads come with a flared base?
Stop. Alright. I have to roll 2
A ripcord.
Alright.
There's actually a loop at the end. You just stick.
Let's see. 16. and
There's a
18.
Yours has
in
a
my
loop.
boot.
Mine only has a little stringy thing.
Oh, that's cool. So I got one that holds Greater Restoration, one that holds Branding Smite. Neato.
This is a smaller find, but I realized since changing to Paladin, I've never gotten Paladin armor. Could I like look for plate armor in this ward? Just something shiny.
Yeah.
I've been using leather for this whole time, which I am Dex, but I am also Paladin, so I'm sure it would give me
Slither?
some sort of boost.
Slither.
Get
I
some
had,
mithril half plate like the rest of us.
I had glamour leather, I think is what I had.
Thought you were going to
Roll
tell
an
me that
investigation
Slither was
check.
a combination of slutty leather.
Okay.
Just leather armor, but the only studs are on the nip.
16 minus 1 is 15.
Okay. The DC decided which cool plate armor you get. Here we go.
Oh. Can I roll again with it to see if I get higher then?
It's dinner
Kidding.
plate armor.
Let's see.
Plastic plate armor.
You find a frozen half plate armor.
Frozen half plate. What?
It's the sluttiest armor. It's basically just plate armor, but cut into a midriff.
You know when like
I
in
love it.
characters have like video games where it's like Frost Mage and it's a female character and there's like just a tiny bit of ice over her body? That's what I picked
Yup.
up from this pile.
It's a midriff half plate that says beef on the chest. Or hunk.
Aster, that one on the roll feels very underwhelming for supposedly an item that's supposed to level out what people have. Let's double it. Let's make it 6.
Okay.
Let's double it.
shit,
Let's make
okay.
it a 2.
No, the total. Make
Total.
it 6.
Okay, I'm gonna keep rolling beads.
Is the
Rip 'em
frozen plate armor an actual thing? Like, can I pull it up? Or-
Yes.
Okay.
Frozen half plate armor.
Frozen half plate armor. I don't know why I can't find it.
I can send you the link.
Or
Oh,
if
it's
it's in the
loading
chat.
now.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh.
No, it's not. If you could send me the link, that'd be great.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, because it's from Monsters of Drakkenheim. I'll have to make sure that this is content shared with you guys, but yeah, I'll send you this for
Okay.
now.
yeah, because I can see other ones, but not that one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It begins.
All right, anything else?
Ulta's gonna look at Spunk and kind of say the same thing. You guys have been particularly quiet about finding items and things, and I feel like we should pick through this stuff before I might get saddled with coming back here forever to protect it.
I mean, it looks like it's just a bunch of gold. I don't really wear armor. I've already got this stick I took off that dead guy. The twice dead guy. And then the rest of this kind of nudges some of the gold with his foot is stuff that we have like a lot of, right? What do you keep calling it? Our Amex black card?
Yeah. Our water deep black card, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Watex.
Watex, yeah.
Watex.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to vacuum up the gold pieces with the Hoover bag?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not touching any of this gold.
Oh. Yeah,
I mean, you guys can. You can definitely do that.
That feels like a trap. I don't like that. I don't want to touch any of this if you're not going to take any of it.
Oh, yeah.
I was already on the fence about it.
So here's the thing, is that it's very clear that I experienced a whole other life before this life.
Oh.
And I've always kind of felt like this life was meant to prove myself somehow. So
what's different?
I'm not an ancient gold dragon anymore, mostly. So I've just been very aware of my greed and making sure I do good versus not.
Pardon my cholt, but you're gonna have to fucking elaborate on that because that is a spicy thing you just said.
Yeah.
You know that it's really spicy if I'm the one saying it because I talk like this and, well, let's be honest, spicy, kind of my thing. You can assume. Not that you would assume. If you did, it'd be bad, but I can tell you right now, you can assume it. I'm giving you permission.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a spicy thing.
What the fuck do you mean you were not the gold dragon anymore? Can you...
Well, I mean, maybe I am in there somewhere, but I don't think that I can fully access any of that power until I live the life that I am currently in, just to prove that I'm on the right path, I guess. I think it's in there somewhere. But
it being a gold dragon.
Yep. Yeah, that was kind of. Yeah, I know. Yep. It's okay. We should head to Waterdeep.
Waterdeep? That's the furthest thing from my mind right now. But do you have... Okay, is this about the dragon soul you have or the newly acquired old owned shadow that you recently had reattached to you like Peter Pan?
Yeah, it's that.
That was two questions.
Yeah, well, it was a yes to the second one.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me everything right now, in fact. And he'll like scoop up a pile of gold and sit on it like a cushion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fully know yet. I'm slowly getting a lot of the memories back. I was one of the ancient gold dragons in another life, and I think that I got a little bit too greedy, got a little bit too maybe power hungry or something. I'm assuming. That's what I'm learning.
Shit.
And a punishment was putting my soul into this.
That box? Or
Well,
in you?
No, into this body, but then placing the kind of dragon part of me away so that I could live in this life however I was going to live it, to see if I was worthy of getting back to this. And she's gonna gesture to where the box was. So, like, we've done like a lot of like tests of character. I think this one was one of mine, but it just happened to last my whole life.
Gee willikers. So how did you get put in this body? Were you like dead, reincarnated as like a little gecko? That's adorable, by the way. If that's like Disney level shit right there. But or was it like a different thing where like you were like Emperor's New Grooved into like
Yeah, I don't think I was like Kronk pull the lever. I mean
like potion.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean.
Whatever her name is.
So here's a point where I'm going to step in on it because so background context over the table, so that we can see. I want to give Chrissy as much agency over this as is doable, which is a lot. But so here's the thing: all of you might remember when we started this campaign, and I think I did the same thing with you, Chris, when you hopped in. Everybody was given a list of campaign bonds, like things that tie your character into this campaign. And the one Chrissy chose was, you were once a gold dragon who served Bahamut. You were too proud and vain to the point that Bahamut decided to teach you a lesson. You have been trapped in a weak humanoid body with your memories of your former life but a dim shadow. I played with that shadow part a lot. Bahamut's command was to go into the world and prove your devotion to the cause of good, and if you prove worthy, you will return to his side in your true form. So that's been revealed now. We have played through, I think, if I did this campaign well enough, at least some amount of everybody's chosen backgrounds. So for this exact question, Chrissy, all that is to say, I'm going to chime in and say, you remember the moment that you were essentially charged by Bahamut with wrongdoing for your purpose. But then, like, the exact how were you changed into a baby kobold? I'm going to leave that up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that there was a level of haha funny jokes between me and my old man. And instead of making me anything that people would easily respect and or make this journey an iota of gentle or soft, he chose something that people would consistently and constantly judge and or view as different, as a sort of test to committing to good despite bad.
Huh.
But I'm not mad about this. I mean, I'm not mad about it.
You shouldn't be. I mean, but like, so did I hear right? Your dad turned you. When you say dad,
It's
you
kind of
mean
like
your dad or Papa Moot?
yeah. I mean, like so he's called the father of dragons. So like,
right.
he's like
Got it.
the top guy.
Got it. I'm following now.
He's like dad, not like daddy.
Why not both?
Ooh.
Maybe one day. Who knows?
God, no.
Dragons are wild.
Someone needs to hit the fuck go back button.
No.
Ah.
Wrong. Bad. Wrong. Don't like.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call him Papa Moot. Okay, so you have to prove yourself. Does proving yourself mean you turn back into a gold dragon? Does it mean you've proven yourself and are therefore forgiven by Papa Moot? Or are the two mutually exclusive? Can you be forgiven without turning back?
I'm not sure. I ultimately, now that I know all of this and know kind of what the goal is to be, it would be nice to return. I mean, I very clearly had other people in my life that I do not remember, and it would be nice to, I don't know, go back to or experience some of what I was prior to this. I think that's the goal ultimately. But I don't know that I'll get the option to pick or choose. I'm really not sure.
Does this do anything? And he'll like flick a gold coin at your like shin, but it bounces off of like the scale mail that you're wearing. How about
DM?
that?
Does it do anything? Do I feel particularly compelled to snatch it out of his hand?
No,
Or off of my shin?
you do not.
Nothing. Okay. Well, worth a try.
I might react though if you throw me your bag of snacks.
You know about my bag of snacks?
Yeah, I gave you the bag of snacks.
Oh, that's right. I was like, I kept it a secret. I don't know how you know about them. And he'll toss you the small pouch of seemingly endless crickets and dehydrated flies.
She'll upend it into her mouth.
It's like a coal shaft, just. Okay, maybe from now on, maybe you just take 2 gold coins and you sleep with them over your eyes. Maybe that'll help jog your memory, like a spa for dragons. You know how like you put the cucumbers.
Yeah, no, I didn't get that experience at the spa, so I don't know what that's like. I had somebody punching me in the back repeatedly.
Well,
So
now we know that doesn't work.
correct. I think I'll leave the gold here. But what
Okay.
I will do is maybe just use some of the gold we got from other places and do that.
Okay.
Here's the thing, is what I don't want to do is trigger some sort of weird PTSD and become insanely greedy again, and then all of this is for naught. So.
Sure. You don't want to go into a blind rage and turn into a dragon again and then...
Eat all of you because you're touching my
Rampage.
gold or something.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
When you say eat all of you because you're touching my gold, it's just standing there with this like collection of diamonds and goblets and shit that she's found, and like you see the twinkle of "fuck off, it's mine" within her eyes. Need it for my spells.
I need it.
She'll motion to that face on Juno, kind of like that, only more teeth, a little bit bigger.
Would you be upset if I put this gold in your bag of holding in case you later want to sit on a cairn of gold? Or would you prefer it be left here in memorandum?
I mean, you guys are welcome to take whatever you're comfortable taking. I just know that for myself, I'm not going to remove any of it. That's just a me choice. I don't believe that anyone will be, and she's going to glance around, watching you guys do that the same way that I might currently be being watched.
Okay, so for the record, I'm not taking anything. I feel like having one mountain of gold at our disposal is enough mountains.
Yes.
But like you could take one thing as like a memento, like this pashmina scarf that's right here, or this balaclava of diamonds that is also right here. I don't know what this is. It's a little stringy for my tastes, but I'm sure this goes somewhere on the body. You could put it in your pocket. Something to, worry stone with your thumb and forefinger when you're...
How about we kind of come to an agreement? Whatever you guys decide you don't want, I will coordinate somehow.
I just don't want you to regret. That's all. I don't want...
No. We'll make sure it's like donated to...
Okay. That's a great thing. That is wonderful. If that's what makes you happy, that's what we'll do. I just don't want you to have regret about leaving this here for the earth to swallow up and eventually turn back into dirt.
No, I think ultimately, worst case scenario, if I become an ancient gold dragon again, I just will be protecting it.
Sure.
Or obsessing over it. Or sleeping in it. So I guess at that point, I'll just recollect it.
Okay. Sure. Sounds good. I'm done touching everything in this room. I will take this pashmina scarf, though. It's pretty.
Ulta would make sure there's a message sent as needed to the harbor, or not to the harbors. That's you guys. You guys are in the harbors. To the Lord's Alliance, and explain the donation of the gold that is here to, some sort of charity.
Okay. You're sending a message to them, so that would be Astral.
Astral, that's it. Yes, the sexy lady friend.
Yeah, the pretty lady.
Yep.
We all remember.
We remember.
I still think about that clip that we took of all of our reactions to her the very first time we saw her.
Yep. Everybody was like,
Pretty lady.
Writes down.
Like, hello.
Oh boy. Okay. She will respond. Will she respond? It will likely go toward the immediate effort of commissioning weapons, armor, and mercenaries to the final assembly of an army.
She will roll her eyes, but accept it.
All right, whip us up a 3-door, spirit.
Want to do 3-door, or do we want to go get... Hell yeah.
Who?
Dragon that came here with us?
Sure. Yeah, go get her. We'll bring her through the tree together. I really want to go through this tree, though.
I don't think she can come in here.
Oh.
But if we go to her, Juno has a way to go to the temple. so we can
Got
still
it.
get there.
Okay.
Once we go out, it's a little bit further walk once we get there.
I figured out what I want to take from here, though. Hey, Meat Shield, come here. I need you to kick this tree so the couple seeds fall down. I want to plant one of these in Waterdeep. It's got really pretty leaves and foliage.
Are you referring to me when you say meat shield?
What are you talking about? I said, Icarus, come here. I need your help.
You want me to shake the tree?
Yeah, I need just a couple of seedlings, you know? That's how it works in Minecraft. We chop down the tree.
Not Minecraft. No.
It also happens in a place called Stardew Valley. It's in the southeast.
Oh,
I'll like put on some gloves and like go to like lift Spunk up to grab one. I don't want to hurt the tree.
yeah, and I'm just gonna thunder wave all the leaves right up. I just want to grab a few. I don't know. Does it have berries or seeds
It does have
or some
flowers.
sort of gonad?
So yeah, you thunderwave in one of the branches that has a bunch of flowers and some branching. I don't know what to call them, like spriggets around the outside of them that just kind of poof off
Buds.
and then helicopter down.
The helicopter ones.
The little helicopter.
Oh my
Love them.
god! Every kid in the Midwest is shitting their pants in chat right now.
True.
Helicopter seeds. I take like 40 of them and put them in my bag. I just slap a bunch off the tree and scoop them up off the ground.
So I said I don't want to hurt the tree, and you cast Thunderwave on it.
Yeah.
Immediately after.
Yeah. You don't want to hurt the tree. So you held me, a lawn clipper, up at the tree.
I can also shake the tree if needed.
I mean, the thunderwave alone sent off a whole bunch of seeds.
Yeah, like that's a lot of force just to like displace some seeds. That's like almost all of the seeds.
I
That's
expected
wild.
just like a pluck of one, but no.
I
need
also
several in case.
find that when I am thunder waved, release a lot of seeds.
You gotta just thunder wave me right.
Straight to jail.
You're welcome.
All
Want to
right.
get
No.
thunder waved?
I'm gonna shatter.
No,
Shatters a different
that'll just destroy the tree.
All right. So, anywho, was it the tree we were using as the exit, or?
Yeah.
No. I
Oh,
thought
we
we were
gotta
going
go
to get
get,
Aurelia.
We gotta go get Asthma or whatever her name is.
Oh, okay. Asthma? What do you
Asthma.
mean?
Asthma.
That's not even close.
No, that's
Corn
me.
dogs said they have an inhaler.
Oh, I see.
We gotta go get asthma.
No one wants to get asthma. It's
Yeah,
stupid.
sucks to your asthma or piggy.
This is funny because I know actual people named Asthma.
What?
You're beautiful. What are you? I'm an asthma. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need my inhaler?
Oh no.
My beautiful girlfriend, asthma.
Shit. Can't take you guys anywhere.
All the diseases we
beautiful
could use for
girlfriend.
funny
Anywhere.
like elf names. This is my wife, Chlamydia.
Stop.
Oh man.
Behold my child, my firstborn son, Valtrex.
Oh my.
All right. So we're going back to the portal.
Uh-huh.
All right. We walk back out, go to the portal that is still open, leading directly to the summit of the Star Mounts that you came in from. And Elia will be there, sitting patiently on the lone bench at the small plateau. Immervarnero is not here at the moment. And Elia will stand up and just ask how everything went. And that's where we will end today. Makes for a little bit shorter session than we would normally have. But I think we're at a point where I think we should do some behind the scenes planning before going into whatever it will be that comes next. So let's go around the table, introduce ourselves and our characters one more time. Feel free to advertise fun things you have coming up that you would like to point people to, and then we are out of here, starting with Heck.
All right, yeah, hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. I'm here. I'm on your screen. I was back with Aster. You can find me all over the internet at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, Blue Sky, etc., etc. Just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next because, I'm on different streams and stuff like that. But I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff like I'm writing on the new Corvid Court expansion, which is really exciting. I may not be an in-house editor for another channel coming up pretty soon, which is gonna be cool. And yeah, no, in terms of like streams coming up, my other two games are on Neon Lights Roleplay. So find myself, Corndog, and Chrissy over on Neon Lights every other Monday for Oatsworn. Then I'm on every other Friday for Steel and Arbor, which is our Humblewood campaign. And apparently some really scary things are about to happen. So that's going to be a fun episode to come into if you haven't seen any of it yet. Yeah, just stick around. If you like cute animal pictures, I might be posting more of those too. So that'll be on my socials. But yeah, on over to Chris.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chris. You can find me on all forms of social media at Christopia. Tomorrow, I will be playing with a Black Sparrow at 6 p.m. I will also be on call for my day job. So if you want to see me play video games with all the energy of a fat, lazy house cat who's frustrated with his life, come on down. Otherwise, just come back here in 2 Thursdays from now. 2 sleeps. No, 14 sleeps. 14 sleeps from now, where we will tackle the next big issue, teen pregnancy, on All Hail the Queen. Take it away, Hyacinth.
Every time you speak, I'm left with more questions than anything. Goodbye, everybody. It was me. I'm Hyacinth playing Icarus, our one of our elf things. You can find me on Twitter at Andersynth, or here again in 2 weeks. Oh yeah, corn dog. and end screen.
Hey, it's me, Corndog. Okay, over to you, Chrissy.
Magic to you.
She wins. Less words every time. Every time she win the game.
Pretty much. All right. I'm David Magic Juice, your host, GM, and founder of this channel. We've got a lot of big stuff happening over the next few weeks, behind the scenes. So, but as far as like content shows coming up this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we have our Vecna one, Lines in the Lies. That'll be live as well. And for everybody that's new here, I noticed we have a lot of new viewers today. We stream simultaneously to Twitch and YouTube. And then all of our campaigns live in perpetuity on YouTube and in order. So if people want to like go back and see what we've done before leading up to now, it's all there. Other than that, we'll see you either Sunday or back here in 2 weeks with this campaign. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.